Solution oriented. Come on.
Superintendent, along with the school board association, work diligently to get this bill passed.
What are you going to do now? Support Terrified.
Ma'am, can I say something?
You said it against everything else. I was just saying.
Clinical specialist
Your name,
in child trauma and the clinical specialization in child trauma and the healing of sexual abuse survivors. My presence here is not to engage in social media debate, but to execute my professional duty to advocate for vulnerable populations. The core issue before you is not a difference of opinion. It is whether the institution will sanction a board member who, with no knowledge of a plea of guilt for systematic child rape and grooming, has the authority of her office to defend the predator. This board has an immediate legal and ethical mandate to prioritize the psychological safety of every child in this district. Ms. Henley's actions constitute a breach of this mandate, and her public defense is an act of institutional betrayal. Here are the legal grounds for immediate removal based on Mississippi Code. We are demanding removal based on documented violations of professional and public trust.
Boy, the community and these parents are fired the heck up, and rightfully so. So what you just saw was a crowd demanding the removal or resignation of a DeSoto County school board member out of Mississippi. That's because this clown of a board member pictured here on the right in the green wrote a letter to a judge recently backing and supporting a known sex offender who pleaded guilty to her crimes. She's pictured here on the left, Lindsay Whiteside. She was a former youth minister and basketball coach who admitted to and pled guilty to having sex with a young teenage girl. A girl she was supposed to be mentoring. She got no jail time, just a few years of house arrest, which blows my mind. The district attorney, Matthew Barton, has since said he plans to challenge Lindsay's sentence and called it illegal. So I've shared information about this case for a while now, and I even shared a story about this board member here on the right, Michelle Henley. I shared this earlier this week about her writing the letter of support for Lindsay when she is a board member of a school system whose role and main priority should be to protect children. She was in support and okay with a known sex offender, child sex offender, to get out and go on the streets. She needs to go. So today on Thursday, October 16th, it was said over 100 people went to the DeSoto County Schools Board meeting that was in Hernando. And as you saw, many of them were demanding that Michelle either be removed or resign immediately. Reportedly, Michelle here was too scared to attend the meeting. Well, she didn't attend. I don't know if she was too scared to. That would be my guess. But it was said it got really heated really quickly as members of the audience started to voice their concerns. Now listen to this. The board immediately voted to move to a closed executive session, which then just left the superintendent and another board member in the room with the concerned audience. As the board exited the room, you could hear many people in the audience yelling out cowards, and well, that's exactly what they are. It's also extremely disrespectful. Now, in my district, these people are elected. They represent both the community and the schools, yet they aren't giving these parents the time of day to voice their concerns, and they don't respect them enough to listen to them. What assholes, for lack of better words. But back to this joker, Michelle, the board member. Let's read the nonsense she posted on Facebook recently. This is what she stated, and I'm not going to read all of this to you. I'm also going to share with you the letter that she wrote to the judge in support of Lindsay. But over the past few days, there's been considerable discussion on social media regarding my character and involvement in a recent matter. I would like to take a moment to share the facts. First, I wrote a letter describing a personal interaction I had with Lindsay. In that letter, I mentioned that Lindsay had helped coach my daughter prior to basketball tryouts. At no point did I express support for her actions or endorse her behavior. You didn't have to, Michelle. You didn't have to. You wrote a letter in support of her. You don't have to clearly say you support her. You supported her by writing that letter. For full transparency, I have attached a copy of my letter for you to review. Contrary to what has been claimed, I did not testify for the defense. I was subpoenaed by the DA to appear in court. Okay, you still appeared in court. You got on the stand. And again, you are backing Lindsay. DeSoto County, y'all can read the rest of the bullcrap. DeSoto County has been my home for nearly my entire life. I take great pride in our community and in the years of service I have dedicated to it. My integrity, where? And commitment to the people of DeSoto County remains steadfast. Dear Lord in heaven above, are you serious, Michelle? You sound narcissistic, honestly. Honestly, it sounds like she's trying to gaslight the community. And this is the letter that she wrote to the judge. I'll go down here. That way you can pause and read it. Just notice the very end of it. I'm happy to say Lindsay's encouragement and support helped my daughter not only make the team, but have a wonderful middle school experience. Unbelievable. What an absolute sack of BS that was. So at the board meeting, multiple people called on the board to do their legal duty to remove this piece of junk, Michelle. It was also alleged at the meeting that some principals sent out emails to teachers telling them not to speak on the matter, and that's not okay either. But of course, even after all of this uproar and this disgusting behavior from Michelle, the board member, it looks like she's probably not going to be going anywhere. I also heard from somebody close to the case that she registered her position with the board as her place of employment. This is absolute foolery, in my opinion. The whole school board of DeSoto County Schools looks bad now, in my opinion. At least the ones who disrespectfully walked out while the community was voicing their concerns. Anyway, this stuff, it makes my blood pressure rise. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. For more true crime and updates into this case, make sure to follow and subscribe if you're on YouTube.